Adam Schefter has just dropped his week of the draft intel column. Number one, expectation is A.J. Brown gets dealt to New England post June 1 move. But here's the big one for us. One long shot scenario to keep an eye on. And, of course, the stupid Bengals gave the New York Giants pick 10 for Dexter Lawrence. So New York has 5 and 10. There are draft surprises every year, with players going in spots no one forecasted. Here's one. Depending on how the first few picks play out, that has generated some speculation in a handful of front offices. The Jets take David Bailey at 2, which many people, including Daniel Jeremiah, believe will happen. If the Cardinals then take Jeremiah Love, which appears to be getting some traction, and if the Titans then take Sonny Styles at 4, which is one of their options, Arvell, Reese, or Bailey, if the Jets take Reese at 2.
And that's Schefter saying or Bailey, not you, right?
That's Schefter.
Okay.
If Bailey or Reese fall to 5, it would suddenly be very tempting for a team like the Cowboys to potentially trade up for a top-tier pass rusher. Again, the draft would have to go a specific way for this scenario to play out. But 2 teams raised the scenario this weekend, wondering if it somehow could unfold on Thursday. It's exactly the type of scenario that makes the draft so compelling. What Schefter does not factor in here...
You think the Giants are going to trade back with the Cowboys? Are you kidding me?
I mean, they could make... I mean, the Cowboys pay enough.
There's a tax.
The Cowboys pay enough, but he doesn't factor that in, that the Giants own that pick.
Here's what he's not factoring in, I think. First off, lovely to see Schefter Zotolo. After, I think, last Thursday and Friday, we said Cowboys would trade up only if one of these scenarios happened. Second, Reese would not fall like that. I don't believe. Reese would hit 4. They're not taking If Tennessee's taking Styles, they're not taking Styles over Reese, I don't think. If they don't feel comfortable with Bailey, for whatever reasons would push Bailey down the board, that's what could then factor into where a team like the Giants may pass it. And then at 6 with Cleveland wanting to bail out, you could potentially go up there. That's what I would say. In fact, there was a mock I saw. Whose was it? Nate Tice had a mock draft.
And who is that?
He works for Yahoo's, got a lot of strong connections in the league, used to be at The Athletic. But he's a guy who does a lot of tape study and talks to a lot of different people in the league. We mentioned earlier, he had said that he has heard and believes already that the A.J. Brown trade's done and that he's already been traded to New England, similar to what you've talked about. He has David Bailey going 7th to the Commanders right now.
Wow.
And so if Cleveland wants to bail out at 6 and Bailey has slid, that would make some sense.
And you get to keep him away from Washington, but what's it going to take to go from 12 to 6?
Potentially it would be 12 and 20 for probably 6, and you would hope 39, but there's been some speculation it would have to be 6 and 70.
Draft day trades, by the way, over the past few years. Round 1, 5 last year. The year before that, 5. Then there were 7. Then there were 9. So that's where we stand with the movement.
Those are trades in the first
draft day, first round trades.
First round trades.
The problem is there are so many people in the top 10 who want to get out of there or who want to move back. And there's not a lot of teams. Dallas, in theory, would be one of the higher teams that would want to go up. And so it's going to make it is a little bit of a buyer's market. I know Albert Breer said that a lot lately too, is that he said that you may be paying less than typical to go up this year.
Anything else jumping out in here from Schefter's column, Bobby?
No, I mean, I think obviously some of the stuff in there about like Love being 3, that is new traction that we're picking up today. The McShay and Schefter thing talking about Love at 3, nobody has been mocking Love to the Cardinals, and now they're both coming out saying the same sort of thing. Is that legit, or is that where smoke starts? The Bailey Reese stuff sliding is interesting because I do think that would change the perspective for Dallas some, but I wonder how much of this too, how much scuttlebutt they hear changes because, the Giants trade that happened. Like how much of this is already expired because it was said before the Giants trade.
How have the Tolos responded to the Giants pulling this off?
Well, I mean, look, some of them early on thought there was no chance that they pass on Downs or Style. They think they're going to take both of them. And then others are like, this is the draft is ruined. It's ruined my entire thing. Now it's trade down, trade down. Some are saying accumulate picks for 2027. You know, do we know if next year's draft is supposed to be a lot better than this one?
Yes.
Supposed to have more quarterbacks, which is better for a lot of people.
For a lot of people, yeah.
Dante Moore, Arch, Sorsby, Lenoris, Trinidad.
Yeah, that's a lot of quarterbacks. So now you're going to have everybody falling.
CJ Carr.
By the way, Jordan Renan from the Giants, literally 1 minute ago, just said Jeremiah Love at 3, Sonny Styles at 4 leaves the Giants in an ideal trade down situation. So he does, like Renan, maybe not to Dallas, but Renan is saying that Giants would very much start talking to people about bailing out of 5 if they saw Bailey was there.
But bailing out of 5.
Bailey or Reese, potentially, I guess.
If they saw Bailey or Reese there, they'd bail out of it?
He said it puts them in an ideal situation to trade down with Bailey or Reese on the board. Someone will pay for a top edge rusher.
Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That actually is smart, though.
Is that because they've already invested in Burns and so they're not going to take an edge?
Forget all that for a second. If Jeremiah Love and Sonny Styles have a running back and a linebacker go
in the top 4
above Bailey and or Reese, welcome to the crazy NFL draft story.
Yeah.
You saw Bailey.
The nerds have lost. The nerds would have lost if that happens.
Is Bailey your number 1 at this point of the guys you've seen? I'm just like, that's the best player you've seen so far?
Him or Reese.
So what would you be willing to give up to go that high, knowing that it's to the Giants? What if you got nothing in return? You just had to give him 20. It's 12 and 20 for 5. Would you do that? And then the Giants get to pick 10, 12, and 20.
Stay strong.
I mean, I need you, Chop. I need you.
Stay strong.
Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
Stay strong, baby. Stay strong.
I want Downs and Crosby. I'm taking Voch Lombardi's tweet from over the weekend and saying, seems like a good day to send 20 to Vegas. Give me my edge and give me my safety.
Do you think it would have to cost that much?
I don't know.
I wonder if you could get away with like a future 2 for Crosby. Because obviously he went for more than that previously, but there's so many questions been introduced now. So if you're the Raiders, it's like, do you want to salvage this?
Well, now you're scaring me on Bailey a little bit, saying there's something off the field.
I don't think you have to. Given where Dallas is, those are the kind of risks you take. I just wonder if that other teams at the top will look and go like, we just have too many maturity questions.
I'm going to stick with what me and Choppy believe. This defense is too far away to move up and get one player.
Yeah.
It's too far away. I need multiple players.
Now
I need multiple darts.
Now, would you count Crosby, 20 for Crosby and Downs as multiple players?
20 for Crosby? Yeah, count as multiple players. I'm getting Downs and Crosby out of my draft.
Right. And so I need to walk away with 2 guys on Thursday.
Yeah, at least.
If that's Maxx Crosby and Caleb Downs, then you're a better football.
Are you okay with 20 for Crosby?
I mean, I'd rather not, but
as things have played out and the prospects attached to the hype or lack thereof at 20 for me, I'm like, okay, just go get Maxx. Just go give 20. Now, I would love for them to have offered up the second first, next year's second before that. But now we have to have a conversation of what Dexter Lawrence, will do this in 920, what Dexter Lawrence has done
to make what
to
Maxx
Crosby and maybe George Pickens. 920 in the red zone.
Because Sexy Dex has 2 knees, though. That's the problem.
You've been wanting to give 12 for Crosby, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to convince the Raiders to give him up. So I'm gonna talk about what a useless health risk Maxx Crosby is.
Would you rather trade 20 for Maxx or give up what you have to go up to 5 to get Bailey or Reese?
They need. Probably I'm getting Maxx. I'd rather have Maxx in 12
and a player at 12.
Yeah, Maxx in 12. Now, if you're telling me though 12 and 20 is Downs and Keldrick Falk, I'd rather go get Bailey.
What if it's Downs?
What about Cassius? Downs.
I don't think they would take Cassius, but I mean,
short arms.
Yeah, he's got short. He's shorter than Bain. I would say, probably.
I'd be in a car with one of them driving.
I'd want Bailey. Well, no, you wouldn't want to be in the car with Bain driving.
Oh, yeah. What'd you say?
Downs and Hood?
What's the last thing you said?
I didn't say nothing.
No, the last.
I would go Bailey if it was in that instance. If you were telling me it was Downs and.
Would you rather trade up for Bailey or Reese? I'd prefer Reese.
Reese,
You're a Bailey guy.
For this team, Bailey.
And the call for this team, I think you say for this team, Reese, he can do more.
Bailey's ready to play now.
So is Reese.
More so than Reese, I think. Reese is going to have to. He's talked about he doesn't know how to rush the passer. That he does it off a feel. He's going to have to learn. Like Bailey knows how to rush the passer now.
Now what from Schefter?
Uh-oh. Breaking news? Do we have breaking news?
San Francisco.
What did they do?
San Fran has reached an extension with Trent.
Oh, of course.
2 for $50.
How old is he?
37 or 38?
Something.
Trent Williams, 2-year, $50 million extension.
Yeah, 37. He'll be 38 in July.
Be 38 in July. All right, so the cost from moving up to 5 with the Giants, you think would be what?
If you're going up
20?
if you're going up to 5, probably 12 and 20. Maybe they send you a kicker a little bit, but yeah. So 5 or 12 and 20 by the Mike McCoy trade chart, the value. 12 and 20.
Suck it, Jimmy.
It totals up to between the third and the fourth pick. So the third pick is like 2,200. The fourth pick is 1,800. Those two picks together is like 2,000. So if you were to just go up to 5 and send that, you're paying more than what the value is worth. So the Giants maybe then have to send you a kicker back. Like maybe they've got a third rounder. I don't know what all they've got on their board. I'll have to look. But it'd be one of those things where they would probably have to send you something back.
Hey, what are the totals saying in these scenarios?
972 says I want to keep 12 and 20 in the first round. 432 says do not trade up. They need to trade back and get more picks. The 817 also says do not trade up. 903 says stupid to move up in the draft. Half these picks usually fail.
Yeah, 956 said I would rather trade 12 back to 18 or 24, gain a pick between 35 and 45.
No.
So I'd rather have 20, 24, 39 than 12 and 20. You need multiple players. I'm big on trading down.
Yeah.
The farthest I would want to trade down is probably 15 or 16.
The Giants do not have a third rounder, by the way. So that also complicates things because in terms of trying to get a kickback that matches.
All right, so that's the latest. Adam Schefter with 2 different people in the league saying what happens if Bailey or Reese get to 5, what would Dallas do?
Now, what you could do to match these up a little bit, if you did 12, 20, and then 92 for 5 and 37, that would come close to matching. So you get the 2 top 5 picks in the first and second round, and then you don't pick in the third.